Hey YouTube, it's Mythion here, and we are finally doing this video that I've been talking about for I don't know how many episodes, but here we are. The thing I've been needing to happen has finally happened. I would like to introduce you guys to the new developer on AM2, Zero Daimaru.
Hey guys, Zero Namaro here, or Zero for short if you like. Mythion brought me in to help out with Ars Magica too, specifically speaking the mechanical aspects of it, as well as helping out here and there with bug fixes and whatnot, but mostly machines and item sorting systems and basically everything not having to do with spells, the bosses, or all the things that make Ars Magica 2 fun currently. I'm going to make it fun in new and different ways. So without further ado, let's get into the first system I've had my grubby little mitts on, the flickers. So as you can see behind me, we've added a new mob to the game. These little fellers are called flickers. They are the smallest elemental available in the game. So for instance, the guardians that you have died to a million times before are the largest form of an elemental. The flame and earth elemental are the medium forms, and these guys are the babies. They will run away from you if you try to get close by flicking away from you. This means that they will return to their elemental plane, which is their native home. So a air flicker will return to the airplane, and the earth flickers will return to the earth plane.
So we've prepared a little demo for you guys to show you how you can interact with flickers in a few different ways, and even a couple of ways that you might be able to catch them. So Zero's going to take the lead here, and he's going to show you how you can go about doing that.
Okay, so as you can see here, we've set up our own little flicker demonstration area. Now inside, you'll see in the first room, we have a couple flickers happily hanging out. Now watch what happens as I try to enter the room. They all run away from me. That's because I'm not using any pieces of armor or spells that will keep them close by. The easiest way to capture a flicker is to put on a set of mage robes that you have imbued with flicker lure enhancement. This will allow you to approach a flicker without it flicking away. You get the flicker lure by using a new armor infusion system that we are adding in 1.2. So in this next room, watch what happens as I enter. You can see that none of them are flicking away from me now. This is important because to use flickers to do anything useful, you need to capture them in an empty flicker jar. So all you have to do is take your empty flicker jar, walk up to a flicker, and right-click on them. Now as you can see, I have a flicker in a jar.
What kinds of things can you do with a flicker in a jar?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Mythion. Let's go see. So anybody who's played Ars Magica before probably knows of the sigil system. This has been replaced by the flicker system. Everything you used to be able to do with the sigil system, you can still do with the flicker system. You just first need to create these flicker foci items out of the flicker that we previously captured. After you do that, you need to give them someplace to live. Enter the flicker habitat. Don't worry, this is just a placeholder texture. Within this habitat, you need to place your flicker focus item. You'll know it's in there when you see the gem floating around inside. This is your basic interaction with the flicker system. Next to this, you can place other flicker habitats and place flickers and jars within them to upgrade the capabilities of the original flicker focus inside here. All the information you'll need for this will be in your compendium. There's one more system that's been added to the flicker system though, and that is over here. Behold, the flicker item transportation system.
Da, 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 da.
Thank you, Mythion.
You're welcome.
So, like before, all you need to set this up is your flicker habitat with a flicker item flicker focus inside. It can be upgraded using various other flickers to improve its performance. Again, all this information will be in your compendium. After you've set this up, you can link it to these crystal markers. These crystal markers allow you to tell the flickers inside the crystal how you want them to interact with the inventory that they are attached to. There are a number of different ways that you can interact, from basic import and export to a regulated export so that you only keep a certain number of a certain item within the chest, to a bidirectional regulate, which allows you to take items and insert items to keep a certain stock within a chest. There are many different ways that you can use this system, and all this information will, again, be in your compendium.
So some of the other stuff that we've added revolves around the power system, and I know I've touched on this a little bit, but there's just a lot of quality of life things that we've taken care of that are just going to make your life a lot easier. For example, you can see I'm wearing these absolutely awesomely cool goggles that can actually cause some pretty cool stuff to happen. So I'm going to switch back to first person, and when I look at these, you now have a real-time display of power. As it transfers, you can see things work, so what I'm going to do is grab myself a crystal wrench and a Magitech staff and show you how this works. So I shift right clicked and you notice that the crystal turns green. First off, that allows the wrench to remember where things were. So I can right click on all three of these now and it will pair them to this celestial prism, and you can see they all start charging. And I didn't have to go back and click on that celestial prism. So linking has never been easier. Also, you never have to click on conduits in between either. The power system will pathfind all the way through to the destination if possible, and if not, you'll get a notification that it failed. Now you may be noticing that there's also 3 types of power above, and what that means is I can have multiple types of power coming in at the same time. So I can pair. Now you notice I got an error message there because the seer stone only accepts light power. But I can pair these ones just fine. So that just about covers everything we wanted to tell you about flickers, introducing the system and whatnot. Between this and the other videos I've done, it's a pretty good overview of what AM2 1.2 is going to offer you guys, but there's still a lot more I haven't shown. But until the release, this will be the last video. So this is Mythion signing off.
As Zero signing off, hope to provide you guys with some amazing content coming up.
And thank you all for watching. See you again soon.
What was that?
You heard that too? What was that?
Oh God, what's happening?
Easy. Just get your spells ready. Where are you? Zero! Zero!